Here's what's happening now. The state of Michigan in for a winter wallop over the next several days. We'll tell you when we're expecting the worst. Paula?
Hey, Ben, these kids are preparing for their next big break. They know it's possible because one of their schoolmates is one of the stars of Hairspray Live. We are live with them as they tell us what it's really like, Karen, to go live in front of a national audience.
All right, thank you, Paula. Also ahead, recount cliffhanger. What will a federal judge decide about Michigan's presidential ballots? And this woman's family is pleading for your help. She's been missing for days. We are updating the search. Breaking news right now, first at 4. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Karen Drew. Let's start with that breaking news. The search for a missing woman from Farmington Hills. She was last seen last Friday. Her family and police asking for your help this afternoon. Jason Colthorpe joins us now live from Farmington Hills. Jason, do they have any idea what might have happened here?
Well, it's all speculation right now, Karen. They're trying to piece together some things, but they're hoping someone out there can help do that with new information today. 28-year-old Danielle Stizlicki has been missing now for 5 days, as you said. Her parents coming forward today. You can only imagine what they're going through with every passing hour, but they want people out there to put themselves into a few days ago, Friday, 5 p.m. It was rush hour. Maybe you were heading home, and they want you to remember where you were and maybe what you saw. Information could help her now. She left her job about 5 p.m. Friday. That was at MetLife in Southfield. That's on Telegraph Road. She would have been driving on 10 Mile Road heading west toward Farmington Hills, where she lives at her Independence Green Apartments. They want you to ask yourself, do you remember seeing this mud-covered Jeep Renegade? I mean, notice the details. It had a lot of mud on it, dirt road mud, not street mud. Stizlicki was wearing a turquoise coat. She was supposed to meet a friend for dinner but never showed up. Her friend was found back at her apartment complex the next night. Her mom and dad, as we said, emotionally pleading for new information.
Our concern is that Danielle is somewhere being held not by her choice and wants to come home, and we want to bring her home. So we're asking if you could just think about your drive home on Friday. Did you see the vehicle? What did you see?
Exactly. Was someone else with her in that vehicle? What was the time if you did see her? They're trying to put together this timeline. Again, she left work 5 p.m. Her Jeep was found at her apartment in Farmington Hills at Independence Green Apartments, but that wasn't confirmed until 6 p.m. the next night. They're trying to close that time gap and find out where she was, who she was with, and possibly solve this in a positive way. Now, there is a substantial reward that's been increased. We're going to talk about that when we join you with more on this case at 5 o'clock. Karen?
All right. Thank you very much, Jason. Prosecutors have dropped charges against the man arrested in the shooting of Wayne State Sergeant Colin Rose. 31-year-old D'Angelo Davis was charged with first-degree murder, a felony firearms charge, and the murder of a police officer. All those charges were dropped today in a big announcement made by Wayne County Prosecutor Kim Worthy.
I'm here with Chief Holt and Chief Craig to formally announce that all murder charges against D'Angelo Davis will be dismissed today. He is no longer a suspect at this time.
Local 4 has learned Detroit police found video of Davis in a business at the time of the shooting, eliminating him as a suspect. That means the shooter is still out there, and the reward for finding Rose's killer has now risen to $15,000. The calendar says December, but we're still tracking a presidential cliffhanger here in Michigan. Today, a federal judge heard arguments to stop the state's ballot recount, but hours later, we are still waiting for a decision. Kimberly Gill is in the newsroom working this story, so any word on a ruling, Kim?
Karen, no. Good afternoon to you. A written ruling could be handed down at any moment. We just don't know when exactly that will happen. U.S. District Judge Mark Goldsmith heard arguments this morning, though, after the Federal Court of Appeals sent the case back to him last night. There has been a flurry of court activity in the past 24 hours. The Michigan Court of Appeals ruled the recount should be stopped, saying the Green Party's Jill Stein has no standing to ask for a recount because she finished in 4th place. The Federal Appeals Court in Cincinnati said Judge Goldsmith did not overstep his authority in starting the recount, but he should follow Michigan law during this new appeal. Most experts say that means he'll likely stop the recount recount, but again, we're waiting to hear. And for now, ballots are still being recounted in places across the state. So it's very confusing, but as soon as we receive that ruling, we will, of course, bring you a live update. And remember, you can get push alerts on your cell phone from clickondetroit.com. We'll have it for there as well. Karen, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Kim. Meantime, the Green Party's Jill Stein also sought recounts in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. Votes are being recounted in Wisconsin, with Donald Trump gaining votes over Hillary Clinton. The battle in Pennsylvania heads to court on Friday. Time now to check in with Ben Bailey for that first forecast. It's a chilly and windy one today, Ben.
It is, Karen, but you know what? The sunshine looks nice gleaming off the Rinson out there. Maybe the last time that we see that in any appreciable form as we head into what is going to be a pretty wintry stretch, especially as we get into the weekend. Temperatures right now mid-30s. We showed you, well, during the update, the wind chills right now are in the 20s in parts of the area and going even colder tonight. Even as temperatures drop to the 20s, we'll see wind chills in the teens waking up tomorrow. But the big focus is going to be what's coming this weekend and maybe even sooner, depending on what part of the state you're in. We'll look at that in your full forecast straight ahead. Karen.
We're on top of stories making headlines all around the world. A massive earthquake rocked Indonesia this morning, killing nearly 100 people. The earthquake hit the island nation around 5 a.m. local time. At least 97 people are dead. Dozens are seriously injured. Right now, rescue teams are scrambling to search for survivors as they sift through over 200 buildings damaged in the quake. Check out this high-speed chase from Los Angeles. Police began chasing the suspected DUI driver around 10 last night. After weaving through a shopping center and nearly hitting a man on a bike, the driver began speeding through neighborhood streets. The hour-long pursuit finally came to an end about an hour later when a bystander driving a pickup truck helped police trap the suspect. He came out of his car and then surrendered. The eyes of the world are on Pearl Harbor today, 75 years after the date that still lives in infamy. President Franklin Roosevelt used those words to describe the Japanese attack on the United States back on December 7, 1941. Today, thousands are gathering at Pearl Harbor to remember and honor some of our nation's greatest heroes. Here at home, Local 4 is honoring veterans as well of all wars by offering them a helping hand. We just opened a volunteer phone bank in just the past few minutes. Steve Garagiola is live there now. So, Steve, what kind of help and what kind of information can veterans get if they call?
Man, any help, any information they're looking for. Let me start with the phone number, which is 313-298-WDIV. Veterans are with us here, Buddy to Buddy, which is an outreach program. Nobody knows a veteran better than a veteran. Stephanie Zarb is here from Buddy to Buddy. How are these veterans going to help? What are the top issues that veterans need help with?
Well, thank you so much for having us here today. We're here to help with absolutely anything. The top things that we do normally see are people wanting to get connected to VA healthcare, questions about benefits, questions about financial issues and what resources are available for veterans, and employment questions. But we can also help handle legal issues, transportation issues, really anything.
Pretty much anything. All volunteer, all veterans who are here, what sort of specialists do you have to answer questions?
So everyone answering the phone today is a veteran themselves, but we do have several specialists with us. Today we have Dave Leonard from the My VA program, and he's here to answer any questions pertaining to VA healthcare or any barriers veterans have in getting access to VA healthcare. We also have Dee Harris with us, who's a claims agent to help answer benefits questions. Mark Linke, who is the director of the Washtenaw County Veteran Service Office and former president of the Michigan Association of County Veteran Counselors, to answer questions about what your county veteran service office can do for you. And we also have Brittany Risk with us, who's a licensed social worker who can help all the way around.
Any questions, any issues? Boy, that is so great. All right, the phone number, 313-298-WDIV. You see it on your screen. If you call and the line is busy, keep calling, hang in there. Somebody will get your call. If you do leave a message, one of these volunteers, Buddy to Buddy, will get back to you within the next 48 hours. Now is the time to call with your questions. Talk to a veteran if you're a veteran. We also have a web chat that's going to start up at 4:30. Karen, back to you.
All right, 313-298-WDIV. We appreciate it, Steve. Coming up, first at 4, President-elect Donald Trump now Person of the Year. Was he the right choice? Your comments about Time Magazine's big reveal. And just when you thought airline fees couldn't get any worse, a big airline comes up with something new. Paula.
Hey, Karen. Oh, the joy, the pleasure, the terror of a live television performance. These students know it well as they have every high and low with their classmate who is getting his big break today.
Coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
I'm Nick Monticelli. There is a War Veterans Memorial at the corner of Woodward and State Fair. Most people don't even know it exists, and now it is falling apart because it has been neglected for so long. We'll explain what the problem is and how you can help.
Ben is back with some snow.
Yes.
Some? Or are we talking kind of like a lot of snow this weekend?
Well, we've got some for the next couple days, and then maybe
we're going to get hit
a little bit more as we get into the weekend. Yeah, and that's nothing compared to what the west side of the state's going to get. And we'll get to all that here in a second. But the first things first, temperatures have started to become a little bit cooler, noticeably so, with only the mid-30s out there right now, and a noticeable breeze, putting our wind chills in the 20s across most of the area. 27 in Mount Clemens, 26 the wind chill right now at Metro Airport. We don't see a whole lot on the radar right now. The next big weather maker for the state is a little trough of low pressure, and I say little. It's north of the U.S.-Canadian border right now, and eventually that's going to start swinging down and really get the lake effect snow machine going on the west side of the state. They've got winter storm warnings up, especially for this area between Kalamazoo and Benton Harbor. If you're planning on traveling that anytime during the day on Thursday or early Friday, they are expecting up to a foot of snow on that side of the state. Now, we're going to get some flakes out of this, and you'll see it here. Most of this is going to stay pretty close to Lake Michigan as we get into Thursday, but we will see some start to make it on this side of the state, especially with that trough sort of sinking down as we get into Thursday night and Friday. So could see a couple more flakes as we get into Friday, but generally things will be wrapping up at the end of the work week. We get a little bit of a break Saturday, and then we get another system in here on Sunday, and that one has got a bullseye right here on southeast Michigan. 24 for the low temperature tonight, but with those 10 to 20 mile an hour winds, we're likely going to get wind chills in the teens starting tomorrow morning. As far as high temperatures go, well, they're only going to get to 30 tomorrow afternoon, and even as the temperatures rise, the wind chills will likely stay pretty consistent through the day, and that's what we're looking at in our 4-zone forecast. Metro zone tomorrow, these are wind chills. This is how it's going to feel for most of the day, start to finish, anywhere between 16 in West Bloomfield and 19. That's as good as it gets right there in the city of Detroit. South zone wind chills tomorrow, 12 out in Onstead, 14 in Blissfield. Some of the more mild wind chills out here towards Lake Erie, 17 in Monroe, 16 in Carlton. West zone tomorrow, wind chills again, these are not the air temperatures, but how it feels, anywhere between about 13 and 17. And in our north zone for wind chills on Thursday, pretty much the same goes. 14 in Sandusky, 13 in Emmett, Richmond and Macomb, 16 and 17 respectively. Now, as we get into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, air temperatures right around 30 degrees. Will come up a bit on Sunday, but that's when we're expecting some measurable snow. Too early to tell exactly how much, but it's safe to say that we're probably going to be shoveling by Monday morning. And then as we get into next week, even colder with high temperatures only in the 20s.
Oof. All right, thank you, Ben. We are so excited. We're just hours away from Hairspray live on NBC. One of the stars grew up right here in Metro Detroit. We recently spoke with Garrett Clayton, and our Paula Tupman has been talking to drama students at his old high school about the big show. They have got to be so excited.
They are so excited, but Karen, I want you to picture this. 12 years ago, this was barely even a drama department. And then you had this star pupil. He went by the name of Gary Clayton, and a brand new drama teacher actually came in. They started building this program together. Today, that guy goes by the name Garrett Clayton, and he's got his big break, and these kids know exactly what he's going through right now, less than 4 hours before the show.
My mom made me.
At Crestwood High School in Dearborn Heights,
You're a good man, Charlie Brown.
the drama club is feverishly rehearsing for the open of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown.
Gotta get that kite to fly.
Rehearsal today, but tonight a cushy spot in front of the television to watch NBC's live version of Hairspray.
God, it's a dream of a lifetime.
And the actor they'll be watching is Garrett Clayton, a schoolmate who made it and is playing the role of Link in the production.
So I've gotten to do these things with these incredible people, and so it's kind of just been a really crazy year for me, and I'm really thankful.
He's telling me about his dreams coming true and all of the fun times he's having, and he tells me that he's incredibly happy with his life. And as a director and a teacher, that is the best thing that you can hear.
The Dearborn Heights native has had a meteoric rise, and he's taking the hopes and dreams of his classmates and school chums with him.
My freshman year, when I got to Crestwood, we had 10 people in the program and like $100. And by my senior year, we put on, I think, a $15,000 production of Beauty and the Beast, and we had 75, that's with cast and crew.
He is as excited as his school chums, who know what it's like to perform with the bright lights, the deadlines, and the unforgiving medium of live television.
It's very nerve-wracking. It's kind of like, it's really surreal when it happens, and I can't believe I actually do it, and I think it's the same for everyone else.
Yeah, I definitely think he has nerves still where he is right now, because if he didn't, that would mean that he's not excited and not nervous. And if you're not nervous before you do a production, then you don't have the same kind of energy you would have otherwise. And that's really, really important, is to have the most nervous, most excited energy, because it means you care. It means I can bet he's freaking out in his dressing room right now.
Of course he is. Less than 4 hours to go. Karen, you know how they're kids and they believe that they can be stars, but it always happens in some other place. Not here. Today, right now, these kids know that can happen to them. Karen?
What an inspiration, and I like what that one student said. I bet he's freaking out in his dressing room right now. I bet he is. Well, we will be watching. Thank you so much, Paula. Right. We appreciate it. Also, take a look at this. We have a live web chat going tonight, and it's dedicated to Hairspray Live. You can talk about the show with your friends and thousands of other fans. So when something interesting happens, share it on clickondetroit.com. Right on the front page. We would love to hear from you. It's going to be a really fun night. Coming up next, we've got trending stories. The host of another NBC show spotted in the Motor City, and he could make another local student a star. But also coming up, a travel alert, why the friendly skies will seem a little less friendly in the new year. Time now for a look at today's top trending stories. A lot of people talking about the United Airlines new carry-on policy. Starting next year, if you buy the cheapest tickets on United, you will not get to use the overhead bins. You can only bring Ben Bailey. Seriously, you like this idea?
I think it's great. Because you know what? There's too many people putting too much stuff in those bins. You could actually check your bag and get it before everybody gets their stuff.
No, that's not true at all. You can bring a little bag, you could put it in the overhead bin. This is very upsetting that you support this policy.
Very much so.
They're only going to let, I guess, like small carry-on purse or a backpack, and then you have to pay $25 to check any other bag, $35 for a second one. Ben. So disagree with you on this.
You know what? They don't do a good job of policing the policies now, so I'm waiting to see how they actually enforce it.
Okay. Totally disagree with you. Let's talk about this. Time magazine named Donald Trump its Person of the Year. The headline on the cover says, President of the Divided States of America. Well, Trump called into the Today Show after the big reveal and says he didn't divide the country and, quote, we're going to put it back together and we're going to have a country that's very well heeled. Hillary Clinton came in second. Here's some of your Facebook reaction today. Christina says, quote, great choice. He did something the world said he could possibly do. Debbie didn't like the choice, writing on our Facebook page, I knew there was a reason I don't read Time. Now, another reason. But Vanessa says they didn't select him because he found a cure for cancer. They selected him because he is the most talked about person right now, good or bad. Join the conversation on the WDIV Facebook page. This is also trending. Celebrity Nick Cannon posted a pic on Twitter from a visit to Detroit this week. He was following up on a recent promise to scope out Detroit talent. He reportedly stopped at downtown's Detroit Institute of Music Education, or DIME. He brought along some record executives who watched some of the students perform. Still ahead, first at 4, how far would you go to raise money for charity? This guy is taking his red kettle assignment to the extreme.
Introducing.
Phone lines are open as the Buddy to Buddy volunteer program is here to answer any questions from local veterans. The number's on your screen right there, 313-298-WDIV, or join a live chat at clickondetroit.com. They will be there through 5 and 6 tonight for your questions and also offering some help. Finally, first at 4, it is the season for those Salvation Army red kettles. We see them around town, but one Michigan man is taking it to the extreme.
Yeah, he's from Sheboygan County, but for now he's calling a giant red kettle home. Greg Bach living in this kettle until the local Salvation Army raises $10,000.
He's got a heat lamp, a boom box, playing Christmas music, and lots of blankets. So far he's raised about $4,000.
He's got a boom box.
Everything's better with a boom box. Thanks for joining us, First at 4.